Hi, welcome to your English class. You may have seen me before, but if you haven't, I'm Marcos, your teacher. Don't worry, you see me a lot. Today, we'll be talking about the future. The future simple is a tense responsible for describing things that may or may not happen, as also things that are solidly planned for the future, be it for tomorrow or for an unforeseen time ahead. In this class, you'll be reminded of how to use the two forms of the future simple and how to use the future in the past. Let's go. The uncertain future is, well, what the name says. A future in which you don't really know if things are or not going to happen. To make use of this, we utilize will in the affirmative and won't or will not in the negative. But do pay attention, because this word, will, does not have a translation, unless you're talking about wishes or Williamses. In Portuguese, this word connected to others gives a very specific termination, as we know in the future, hará, harão, harei, and so on. In any case, we use the modal verb will as a way of making a promise, making a prediction, making a threat for the future, and so on. And all of these examples are related to unplanned or unpredictable things in the future, because you don't really know if they're going to happen. They're uncertain and unplanned. Here are some examples using will. The weather forecast said it will rain later today. The weather forecast said it will rain later today. It won't be a problem, trust me. Will it be okay if I sit here? The certain future, on the other hand, is the one you can basically count on being true. This is used in situations in which you can either see the future appearing before you, or you're certain that it's going to happen, either because you're very optimistic about the situation or because you have planned a lot for it. The certain future comes by using to be going to, followed by a verb, and even if the verb is go. Here are some examples of to be going to, of the certain future. I knew it. It's going to rain. It's not going to end well. Are you going to be okay? Now let's talk about the future in the past. The future in the past is used to describe situations in which you plan to do something in the past, but something happened and you couldn't do what you wanted. To use this, we have to modify the certain future by changing the verb to be into the appropriate verb to be in the past, as was or were in the affirmative and wasn't, weren't in the negative. And follow this sentence by a sentence starting in but, also in the past. Here are some good examples. I was going to work today, but I got sick. She wasn't going to call me, but she changed her mind. Were you going to drive home when the cab arrived? There should be a future in the past for the uncertain future too, in which you could use would as a change. However, it's not that simple. Would is a modal verb that, although it sounds like a future in the past form of will, it's commonly used in formal or polite way of inviting and asking for things, and in the conditional type too. More on that later. Well, that's it for today. Thank you very much for coming, and I see you guys next time.